Life is happening. Life is hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do all the things you're doing. Working, kidding, pursuing.
Yes.
And then Valentine's Day pops in. My God, on a Monday of all days?
Who puts it on a Monday?
Beats me. Hershey's and Hallmark.
Damn it, Hallmark.
It's got to be the 14th.
Yeah.
Why can't you move Valentine's Day?
Can't
every
it
year?
just be like the second Saturday of every February?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do
It should 100% be
Yes.
the second Saturday
That's
of every
genius.
February. What the fuck are you doing, Hershey's and Hallmark? Wake up!
Let me tell you about the two baddest cats in town. They're here to talk about random shit floating around. So grab yourself a drink, baby, if you please. It's just shooting the breeze with Chafe and cheese.
Well, chim chim charoo and a ho hum too. Welcome to another rousing, riveting, rip-roaring, rip-torn, rip-van winkle
Wow.
of an episode of
Shooting the breeze with Chafe and Cheese. I'm Chafe.
I'm Cheese.
And we're shooting the breeze today.
Today, baby. How we do, guy?
We're doing good.
Yeah?
We do good. Yeah.
You got a fresh dew. If you're listening, you can't see, but if you're watching, you can. Fresh dew for the Chafe Meister.
My dude does, yes. My brother came out to visit, gave me the old trim-trim-roo, and here we are.
Mazel, mazel.
I gotta tell you, I feel like a new man. A completely new man.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Good for you.
There's nothing will lift your spirits. Prove me wrong. Nothing will lift your spirits like a fresh haircut.
A fresh haircut, a fresh shave, a fresh shower. Out the door you go.
Yeah, it's like when you live with that feeling of the hair touching the ear. You know what I mean? For those like that last 2 weeks before you're like, I need a haircut.
I know
I
it
need a
well.
hair-
I know
and
the
then your
feeling.
sideburn, you pull them out and they come out this far. You just like Abe Lincoln sideburn.
Yeah, as I've said many times, when the payas begins to come in for me, things are over.
Yeah.
I start to get. You can even see it's starting to be pulled out pretty thorough here. It's
Yeah.
time. It's beyond time. That's why I'm wearing a flat brimmed hat. What do you think of my flat brimmed hat?
It's what flat brimmed? This is not a flat brimmed. This is not a. There's a curvature.
Semi flat brimmed.
This is more curved than the Earth.
Semi flat brim. Shout out to Matt D'Angelo Antonio. I stole this hat from him years ago accidentally. Have you ever
And
accidentally?
you ruined his flat brim.
Yeah. Well, his the brim was already not quite flat.
See, that's why. See, any objective eye would look at that brim and say that is not a flat brim. Yet you said that's a flat brim because when you stole it, it was a flat brim. Now he's seeing it. You got to give it back to our senior Daily News correspondent.
No.
And then he's gonna say, "Hey, what happened to my flat brim?" You're gonna say, "What? It's a flat brim. It's a flat brim."
It was an accidental steal. You ever do an accidental steal?
I never accidentally steal. I give too much. I accidentally give. I accidentally leave
Accidentally
things
give.
behind.
Accidentally give. Well,
I
it
am
was
notorious.
an accidental steal, and then I've worn it, and it's become a part of me. Once a hat becomes a part of you,
Yeah.
you can't get it. You can't give back.
You think
I'm gonna give this hat back?
You think that's part of your identity now? That hat?
A part of me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only semi-flat brimmed hat that I've been able to pull off.
Semi-flat brimmed.
Yeah. It's
Your brain is flat brimmed. Do you know that?
anyway,
Schmuck.
I got a little tale for you.
Yeah, give me a tall. Is it a tall one?
It's a morality tale, okay? A parable, if you will.
I wasn't ready for this, but I guess this is where we're going. Give me the deets.
How do you feel about this is really what I'm asking. Okay, you're at the grocery store, right?
Okay.
You are not the next in line to go.
No.
Think about this. You're not next in line.
No.
You're the one after. Your stuff is not on the thing yet. Not on the thing, not rolling along.
no,
you
no.
don't have 7 things already being checked out. You're waiting in line to put it on the thing. And there's a guy behind you, another guy behind him. You thinking? You hearing? You feeling? Another register opens up
What?
out of the blue. And then
Yeah.
the cashier says, "Next."
Oh.
And you think it must be you. Your stuff's not on the turnstile.
No.
You know? You're waiting. It must be you. But then the guy behind you goes, puts his groceries on the thing, and sneaks in line before you.
Huh.
Should this be banned in modern society?
I mean, should I kill him?
I don't think you need to kill him.
I'm
but
going to kill this man.
But societal rules should state, I'm next in line for whatever register is next, no? Or is it fucking the Hunger Games and every man is for himself?
Listen, there's only one person you can blame on this, okay? And that's the cashier itself.
You think it's the cashier's fault?
I've worked retail. I've been the guy opening the new line. And you know what I do? You know what I do in this situation back in the day when I was working retail?
What?
I would walk up to the next customer in line. I said, "Ma'am, sir, would you like to pay for your shit next? And they would say yes, and I would escort them over to my now open register, and then turn on the light, and then turn on the light. Don't just turn on the light and let it be a free for all.
But listen.
Like a Black Friday Walmart.
That's one thing.
Huh?
Then there's the guy behind me who's got a full cart full of shit. I got 4 things in my hand. In my hand, man. I don't even have a full cart.
Full cart just goes?
Full cart just goes. That is clearly on the guy, the morality of this guy. And he probably thinks that he's fine. He probably thinks that he's scot-free. Everybody should be doing this.
You think he's oblivious to it?
Absolutely.
I think there's a healthy combination of obliviousness and people who just don't give a fuck. They know they got away with something.
Probably.
Which is me usually.
But there's nothing more precious in this life than your time. And if you can get back 30 seconds to 5 minutes because you were able to get on a new line because you waited in line and you did your time and then somebody gifted you from the gods a new register and you get it taken right out from under you, it's the worst feeling in the world.
That's the worst. The lines at the grocery stores these days are out of control.
Out of control.
There's no etiquette. There's no common courtesy. Listen, they used to make you take a ticket at the deli counter. You notice this?
Oh,
There's no deli counter ticket.
No, there isn't.
What is happening?
No.
Are we losing all civility?
Yeah. Every man's for himself now.
I used to
want turkey? Who wants turkey?
It's basically, if you go at 3 o'clock on a Thursday to the Ralph's, oh my God. It's just people like scraping on the glass walls.
You can't find a bag of spinach to save your life. It's all gone.
Yeah.
The Smart and Final I go to across the street from me for in a pinch. Okay, not a great grocery store. Shout out to Smart and Final. 1, the name makes no sense. 2, you barely have anything. But in a pinch, I go.
In a pinch.
If I need cheese, if I need coffee, if I need something random that I ran out of and I'm like, fuck, if I need eggs, I can get a decent organic egg from there, it's fine.
Yeah.
But they don't have you don't have self-checkout.
No.
That's really the key to grocery stores. You need 70 self-checkouts and 7 to 10 people helping those lines out.
I mean, it's an interesting concept.
That's the grocery store it's going to be the grocery store I open is going to be called self-checkout, and I guarantee it'll do better than ShopRite.
You want to pay to do the job of the person who should be checking you out? Why do you think that's any faster? Now you have to wait in line for people to check themselves out. And I don't know if you've realized this during your time on Earth. Most people are idiots. They can't get through the self-checkout, dude. Especially when they're feeling your peering eyes like, come on. I got to go home. I got to take a leak. I'm going to piss my pants.
That's pretty
true. Trying to get this bread home. You know what I'm saying?
Is penne home? Yeah.
Whatever you're bringing home. I don't care. My point is you got to take a leak and you got to go home. You don't have time for this shit.
That's fair. I think there needs to be a healthier amount of self-checkout is all I'm saying.
Yeah?
All I'm saying. Especially for the lower number of items. Regardless, the morality of this country out the window.
All right. Breaking news. Because I
Fantastic.
can't just talk to you. I need external stimulation because I don't know
So do
what
I.
to say to my friend at all.
Good. What do you got?
Americans are less likely to have sex, partner up, and get married than ever. This is according to CNN.com.
Ooh.
This Valentine's Day. Happy belated Valentine's Day, by the way.
And same to you.
Did you do anything nice with the wife?
I got her
What's
a
it like?
card. We had dinner at home. We watched. Have you seen the new Bel-Air? Because it's fantastic.
I heard terrible things about
I
it.
love it. I love it.
The
People are wrong.
Okay,
the
I'll watch
reviews
it.
are wrong. The
I'll watch
reviews
it.
are wrong. The acting is very, very good. There's some things they jumped the shark a little bit, but if you can forgive the reason why he moves to Bel-Air, you can get into
So
the
we're
show.
already making exceptions for the show.
Absolutely, because the acting's very good.
The acting is very good.
Very good. The guy who plays Will is excellent.
That's like building a shitty house and going, but the nails were really not like top of the line nails. You know
That's
what I mean?
not quite that.
Kind
Not
of.
quite that. It's more like
When
nice
you're looking
bathrooms.
at a show, I'm not knocking the actors' work. Maybe they're phenomenal. They're like, galvanized nails, right? But the house that it ended up going into came out like a shitbox.
The point is, we watched Bel-Air.
Yeah.
We kind of enjoyed it. And then we watched another show, and then we went to bed.
Well,
what
but-
did you do for Valentine's
Let
Day?
me listen to me.
Yeah.
We established this earlier. My time is very valuable,
Uh-huh.
right? As valuable as yours, you might say.
One might
Equally
say.
valuable time. If I watch this show and it is atrocious, I will never speak to you again.
Never?
Never speak to you again. I want to be excommunicated from your life.
That's an excessive amount.
So should I still watch it? Do you want me in their life? Are you going to hang your semi-flat brimmed hat on this?
Well, let me ask you this. Were you a fan of Fresh Prince?
Huge.
Then
After school I loved, but I don't like dramas for the sake of being dramas.
Then don't watch it, because if you don't like dramas, then you're not going to like the show. It's a fucking drama.
I just feel like there's not enough time on
Best
this
character on the show, here's all I'll say. Watch up to the point where Jazz comes in. When Jazz comes in, he's fantastic. You'll be very happy with Jazz.
I love Jazz.
Yes, Jazz is great. Anyway, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. No, people we're at a 30-year low for sex.
Wow.
Or apparently.
Wow.
Okay. 26% of Americans ages 18 and up didn't have sex once over the last 12 months.
Oh my goodness.
More than 1 out of 4. A little more than, let's just say 1 out of 4. For argument's sake, 1 out of 4 over 18 didn't have sex.
Well, let's be real. The pandemic probably fucked a lot of that up, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. But apparently, according to this article, that's actually not the reason why. That's what you would think. It's been on a downward trend even before that.
Wow.
It might be the phones.
It could be the phones.
It could be because they're watching us.
It could be also the fact that everyone is at a distance. So everyone's talking on apps. Everyone's talking via text. Everyone's just jacking off before they get together.
Here's my other question. What are we defining as sex?
Probably penetration.
What about a kiss? Is a kiss good? Is a kiss counted in this percentage?
No, because a kiss isn't sex. Last time I checked.
I don't know.
It's not. It's just not.
What if there's tongue involved and there's penetration? Is that sex?
That's not penetration. That's tongue penetration.
What do you define sex as?
Well, let me tell you how it works. Sex is definitely insertion, most likely.
Insertion of what?
Insertion of a peen and a vagine, insertion of a peen
What
and
about
a butt.
what about a finger?
Two peens touching each other.
What about a finger?
Two V's banging together.
So it has to have a P or a V involved?
No, it has to have a P or a V involved.
What if
but it can have two
boobs?
V's, two P's, two butts.
It has to have either a P or a butts on butts. I'm just trying to break down your explanation, man. So if we got butts on butts, just back and forth, that's sex?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but now I'm curious.
Okay, so what about like if I rub boobies? It can be sexual.
Show me again how you rub boobies. You're like fucking waxing on, waxing off?
Pretty much.
Are your eyes open or closed?
Depends on the boobies.
Fair enough.
You know, sometimes they feel great, but you don't want to look.
Fair enough. Anyway, that's wild. I'm not sure. It makes sense to me in a lot of ways. We're in a society that is very distant from each other.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you're a married person, you know,
and no kids.
And no kids. You should figure it out.
Shag away.
You should figure it out from time to make at least a weekly occurrence.
Yeah.
You know, if we're being realistic.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Life's short. Bump uglies.
That's definitely something that should be on a shirt.
Life is short.
In terms of Valentine's Day, though, I gotta tell you, I think it's the most annoying holiday in the world because it's an obligatory holiday.
Yeah. How would you rate yourself on a scale of Valentine's? Like 1 is like terrible, didn't even remember Valentine's Day, and 10 is, the roses and the dinner and the...
I start off in a relationship like with my wife. Year 1, incredible.
Yeah, a lot of thought.
I had to even work that night. I brought flowers, I brought candy, I brought a card, I made a mix, I did all these things, and then we went out to dinner another night even.
Wow.
Did all of the things.
You did the 2-night date?
The 2-night date.
Wow. So that's 2 dates or 1 date that lasts 2 days? Is it like a Quidditch match?
Yeah, it's like a Quidditch match.
It just keeps going until it ends.
Yeah, until somebody takes the ball that somebody called. What's that called again?
The snitch.
The snitch, thank you.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the rules of Quidditch, by the way.
I know the rules.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you got to catch the snitch, and then whoever's got more points when that happens, game over.
Yeah, so the snitch is really the whole point of the game, so the whole point system makes no sense.
Well, the snitch adds an interesting element. This is why Harry Potter was so good.
Go on.
Quidditch is because he was able to get the snitch quick. He got a quick snitch. He snatched the snitch real quick.
So if they had enough points by the time he snatched the snitch.
Yeah, and you got to time it too. I think there were a couple games where Harry purposely didn't snatch the snitch so that the game could continue.
Right.
And he had to defend the snitch from the other snitch snatcher.
Fair enough.
You understand?
Kind of.
Yeah.
The point is,
It's a fun game. Fun game.
fun game. The point
Yeah.
is, Valentine's Day, as the years progress, you start to loosen up a little bit. You know, things get a
Your standards come
yeah.
down.
We've been together for a while.
Yeah.
Here's some wine. Here's some dinner. We've been together for a while. Here's a card. Here's a kiss. Here's some flowers. We've been together for a while. Here's a card. We've been together for a while. Here's a card that I bought 5 minutes before I had to give you this card.
Wow.
That's the progression of Valentine's Day as it goes down. It doesn't mean you love anybody any less. It doesn't mean I'm not obsessed with my wife, because I am.
He loves you.
But
Yeah.
life is happening. Life is hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do all the things you're doing. Working, kidding, pursuing.
Yes.
And then Valentine's Day pops in. My God, on a Monday of all days?
Who puts it on a Monday?
Beats me. Hershey's and Hallmark.
Damn it, Hallmark.
It's got to be the 14th.
Yeah.
Why can't you move Valentine's Day?
Can't
every
it
year?
just be like the second Saturday of every February?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do
It should 100% be
Yes.
the second Saturday
That's
of every
genius.
February. What the fuck are you doing, Hershey's and Hallmark? Wake up.
Well, in other news, crawling across the Chiron, a 7.5 feet long mushroom canoe demonstrates the powerful versatility of, how do you say this? What is it?
I would say mycelium?
Mycelium. Mycelium?
Mycelium.
Mycelium. Good thing we're not scientists.
Go on. A 7-foot mushroom canoe?
Well, it says here that mushrooms could be a key in our fight against climate change. In a bid to raise awareness on the versatility of the fungi as a building material, apparently we're going to be... Washington State University student Katie Ayers built a 7.5-foot long canoe using mycelium, the expansive roots of the common fungi.
I got to read the whole article.
It's interesting in engineering.com.
I got to read the whole article.
She looks really happy in this really, really gross-looking canoe.
She does. If you're watching on the YouTube, I'll tighten up. But, whoa. I got to say...
Tighten up, Jimmy.
I got to say, the mushroom, one of my favorites.
As a food, as a drug, as a canoe?
As a food, and now as a canoe. I've never done the drug.
Yeah.
Always wanted to.
Never done it.
Very curious.
Maybe you'll do it one day.
I think it's time.
You think it's time?
You got to shake things up.
You got to shake things up. Yeah, you have. I hear a lot of people say it puts things into perspective.
Yes.
They get a whole new outlook on life.
There's 2 things I want to try: mushrooms and ayahuasca.
Thank you.
I was listening to Will Smith's audiobook. The man has never touched a drug. He barely drinks alcohol. He's done ayahuasca meditations 12 times or so, according to his audiobook. And it opened him up to the expansive world within. And I'm very, very curious.
Wow.
Because there gets to a point where you're just living your life, you're doing your things. You need to shake things up. You need to broaden your horizons, find the creativity within.
I agree.
Deepen the psyche.
Don't you throw up for like 3 hours when you have ayahuasca?
No. From what I hear, it's a purge right after, just before it kicks in. And then it changes depending on the person. And then poof, you're in a whole new world, Peter.
Really?
Yeah. I'm very curious.
And it's from a plant?
From what I hear, the ayahuasca plant.
Okay.
It's been used as medication for thousands and thousands of years. These things have happened over and over again for years.
For years, you say.
Shaman have been throwing this in people's mouths for years.
Okay.
Very curious.
They've been
But
smoking pot too,
back to the mushroom.
Yeah.
A fungi as a boat.
Yeah. It floats.
It may float,
It
but
makes
how
sense.
long until it disintegrates?
I wonder if it swells. You know, you know what I mean? Like, because when you cook a mushroom, it shrinks.
Also,
because the water
how
evaporates.
big is this mushroom? How many mushrooms?
That's a lot of mushrooms.
That's a lot of
Let me see
mushrooms.
if I can zoom in on
Are
this.
they being held together by glue? How is this happening?
Let's see.
That's what I'm saying. That is the most disgusting
It looks
looking
like
thing.
meat.
Yeah, it looks like a big conglomerate.
I would
of
love
fat.
a meat. I would love a meat canoe.
A meat canoe? I know
Yeah.
you would. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the future of the world, is mushroom canoes. It's fascinating.
What else can we build out of mushrooms, you think? Homes? Homesteads?
Yeah, why not?
Walls?
Sure.
Toilets?
Maybe.
Yeah. Shower heads?
Maybe.
Doors?
I mean, I'd be very curious. I'd be very curious to see what else this mushroom would lead to.
Well, did you hear about this? Mark Zuckerberg. This is fresh
here we
breaking
go.
news.
Fuck this guy.
Facebook Facebookers to Metamates. Mark Zuckerberg's new values haven't budged the stock.
No shit.
Mark Zuckerberg, coworkers that were once Facebookers, you were fellow Facebookers if we worked at Facebook.
Right.
Now they are called Metamates. You're my Metamate.
That feels weird.
I hate all of it.
I hate it.
I hate all of it.
Feels like we're in 2063 about to all just attack each other. Sounds
He looks
terrible.
like he slithered out of a USB port as a vat of electric blue goo and then formed into this toe of a human, Mark Zuckerberg.
He is 100%.
That's what he looks like to me.
He just has no soul, man. He just has no soul.
Let me ask you your question. You gonna put on have you ever tried a virtual headset?
No.
You've never put one on your face.
A VR?
Yeah.
I think I put one on years ago, back when they first started, but now I hear they're just incredible.
I hear they're incredible. I mean, do you want to try it? What's your thoughts on it? Do you want to jump in? Do you want to test the waters?
I'd be curious. However, I probably want to use it for good, not so much social shit. Like if you for exercise, for instance.
Why would you exercise in a virtual reality headset?
If you're playing tennis with the virtual reality, you see that?
Can't you just go to the park with a friend?
I could.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be easier just put on a VR headset and just swing away like Serena?
I guess that's why people do it. It's easier.
Yeah.
But do you think most people will do that, or will it turn into this thing where people don't move and order their Uber Eats into the house while they have and live their VR lives?
Definitely the latter.
Get married in VR worlds. Have VR families with VR wives and get VR blowjobs.
Definitely that.
You know what I mean?
Definitely that. Would you do that?
No.
No.
This is my rule in life, and this is because I watched The Matrix. The Matrix is the most profound movie ever made. The first one, definitely.
Potentially, yes.
It's incredible.
Excellent film.
I've seen the movie maybe 30 times in my life. Every time I watch it, there's something anew.
Phenomenal.
Something I never noticed before, something that comments on something that's happening right now. But my point is this. Here's why I will never, ever put a virtual reality headset on my head, because the moment you put it on, you will never, look at me, you will never know when you take it off. You can put it on and then think you took off your virtual reality headset, but that was just something you experienced in virtual reality. And now you're in the Matrix, bitch. And now you are the sex organs of the machines. That's the end goal. Humans are the sex organs of machines. How do machines replicate? We make them. We make them better and better until they have enough AI to replace us. Don't put on the headset. Get the fuck away from Mark Zuckerberg and his Metamate morons. Okay?
I agree with everything you're saying.
Don't ever put on... Look at me. You have a son. You have a son. Never put on the headset. This is the way.
Okay, I'll never put on the headset. You Matrix-believing psychopath.
It's not Matrix believing. It's not Matrix believing.
I believe in everything else you said.
They're going to track your eyeballs inside that fucking thing, and they're going to know everything about you.
That's
Mark
true.
Zuckerberg is going to know how you're never going to need a colonoscopy because he's going to know what's going up your ass through your eyes. That's what's going to happen. You understand me? Stay away from the virtual reality.
Copy you, guy. I got to say, if I'm putting on a VR headset, it's not going to be the Facebook one. It's not going to be the Metamates one. I'll tell you
Oculus?
that. The
Oculus.
No.
They own the biggest one.
They do.
What are the ones you have?
I don't know.
Then you're not going to have any of the good apps. You're not going to have any of the good apps. You're going to have the Sony, Samsung, dumb TV worth of apps.
That's fine. I'll take the Sony, Samsung, dumb TV worth of apps. Just give me the tennis app. Let me swing away, Jimmy, and call it away. Call it a day.
All right. Alongside other forms of cybercrime, romance scams have been on the rise since the onset of COVID-19. I mean, that makes sense.
Makes a whole slew of sense. It's also been on the rise for years. People fucking impersonating, people fucking doing all that shit.
Men are gullible anyway. You know what I mean?
It's definitely
You make them desperate and gullible? Well, fucked.
I would bet that it's got to be 70% men who end up sending money to fucking a random girl in Russia.
Yeah.
But
it's not a random girl.
It's not a random girl?
No, it's a dude behind a computer using fake pictures, of course.
That's also probably true.
Yeah, no, these are all fat dudes sitting in Russia. They're
all sitting in Russia?
in Siberia.
Yeah, fair enough.
Inside of like an igloo with a computer, and they're just stealing our money.
But I bet you there's some lonely women as well doing the same deal. It's a nightmare, man. We have created a world where you can't trust anybody. Anybody.
No. Not unless I can meet you and shake your hand. Now I know you're real.
You know I'm real, but can you trust me? Probably not.
No, I knew that.
Yeah.
Never could have trusted you.
No. But you can't. You can't trust anybody. Even if you know them for years. You never really know a person deep enough.
Who are you not trusting these days?
Most people.
You don't trust me?
I trust you to
I
an
was
extent.
joking. What do you mean to an extent?
To an extent.
To an extent?
To an extent.
Where's the line? I could be there for you, you know. I'm there. I pride myself on being there.
Okay. Here's a trust test.
Yeah. Tell me.
Would you, if I needed it, nobody else in the world could give it to me, would you give me your kidney?
Oh, you're going that level.
Yeah, that's the level. That's the level of trust.
That's a bad example.
Is it?
You don't want these kidneys. I fucked these kidneys up.
Let's say your kidneys were fantastic.
All right. Yeah, take it.
You'd give me a kidney.
I'd have to stop drinking completely.
Sure.
That's going to be rough.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. Yeah, take it.
Thank you.
See? If it suits me, I'll do it.
Yeah, that was completely
Yeah.
having to do
Nah,
with
take
you.
it. I can kill 2. I'll do a mitzvah, and then I'll be healthier because I have to stop drinking.
You're welcome. I'll do it too. Kidneys for all.
Kidneys for me, kidneys for you. Wow.
Shaking a lot of hands these days.
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, it's a nightmare out there. Stay
Yeah.
safe, stay classy, meet people in real life. It's worth it.
I think. Wow.
Well, we did it.
Look at that.
Another one in the books.
All that time just flew by.
Yeah,
I had so much fun.
I did too. Was it worth it? We'll find out.
Yeah, if you thought it was, go like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Tell your sister-in-law, okay? Tell your pastor. Tell your rabbi. Tell your dog. Tell your grandma.
Yes, tell them all. Follow us on the TikTok, Chafen Cheese. Follow us on the Instagram, Chafen Cheese. And until next time,
We'll see you next Tuesday. All right, good night.
good luck.
Good evening.
Good day.
Good morning.